Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Belinda here from Visualised. I live in New Zealand and from today all of our country is in lockdown for the COVID virus except for essential services. So we're in self-isolation for a minimum of 4 weeks and today's day one, so I thought I might do some videos just to help me pass the time. Maybe it might help you pass the time. I'll hopefully include a few little projects along the way. Yeah, just stay connected. I feel like the world's not completely dead, even though we're barely venturing outside our doors. Okay, so today I've got this little journal that I just made. I made the cover yesterday and I've just done the pages this morning. It's made from a muesli bar box that I rescued out of recycling. So it's an unusual shape because it's quite long this way and squat this way. I quite like unusual shaped journals. I think they're fun. I've done the pamphlet stitch, but instead of binding it into the middle like I would normally, I've bound it onto the outside of the spine, and I want to add some charms and beads and stuff to these ends of the strings. I'm not sure if I've actually got anything at home though, so I might have to wait till the quarantine's lifted and we can all go back to our lives, our normal lives. If I do find something, then I'll show you that some stage, or even after the virus is cleared. I'll show you what I've done. So I've made this journal out of the box, as I said. I've covered it in wallpaper and I've used these little metal corners just to pretty it up a little bit. So it's really quite plain. It's just the wallpaper, which I think is pretty cool on its own. And it says down here, top secret, with this lovely deer. And I think that's really, really pretty. And then on the inside I've used the same wallpaper. So this was part of the pattern, and there's this little cat face. Kind of a little bit creepy in a way, but still cutish. And then in the back is another bit of the wallpaper, and it's got the cat again and these cool little toadstools. So I've filled the book up with a mixture of avocado dyed pages. I don't know if you can see the pink properly, but that's pink paper from avocado dye. There's coffee dyed pages, and then there's eco dyed pages. So a mixture of all those, and there's 14, I think from memory, 14 in each side, so 28 pages per signature, and there's 3 signatures. So there's almost 170 pages in this wee journal. And what I would like you to do, oh, I see that pen's actually gone through the paper. I've already written on the other side. That's interesting. Never mind. I can use that still. I've left the first page blank because I plan to do a title on this page, which I haven't done yet. But I thought about now we could probably all use a gratitude journal, somewhere to write down things that we're grateful for. They can be big, little, whatever. We've got a number of days to be able to add to it. So you might not want a journal this big, but whatever you've got. So you can either make one if you have the ability to make a journal, if you know how to make one. If you don't, then grab a notebook, an old school book that's hanging around. Whatever you like, even in just pages of paper, and then you can glue them into a book or glue them into a magazine. However you want to do a journal. So I've chosen to hand make this because I love making journals, so why not? So I've made this journal and I've actually written out the first page for today. So I've written it in felt pen or marker pen, doodled a few wee flowers, and then just written the date. And I am grateful for the firewood that some angel bought and had delivered to our backyard. The wee story behind that is that we arrived home last night quite late because my husband was really busy at work and he picks me up on the way home. So it was quite late by the time we got home, and we pulled into the driveway knowing we're facing going into self-isolation. with no firewood, absolutely no firewood in our shed. And we don't have electrical power for heating. The only heating we have available to us is our fire. So to pull up the driveway and see a load of firewood in our backyard was huge. We suspect who has done it, but we don't know, and they're certainly not saying. The same thing happened last year, and the timing, both last year and this year, has been perfect, absolutely perfect. Any later, they wouldn't have been able to deliver the firewood because they would have been in lockdown themselves. So it's just brilliant, and we're so grateful for it, and it brought us to tears, just to know that someone's thinking about us and did it without us telling anyone that we had no firewood. Real blessing. So that had to be my first entry, because right now we had southerly come through last night, which is, for those who aren't in New Zealand, it's a cold snap, really cold wind, and we had rain last night, and it's fine this morning, but it's really nippy. So I'm sitting here with the fire going, and it's just lovely. So that's my first entry in my gratitude journal. So what I encourage you to do is grab a journal if you've got one, make one if you want. Doesn't need to be super flash or fancy or anything. Just put it together and start writing what you're grateful for, and keep it to one thing a day. I think that's achievable. I think it helps so you won't run out of things to write about, and just gives you that time to check in every day and remind yourself that you are blessed, that you've got things to be grateful for. If you'd like to share it on the page, visualized page on Facebook, then feel free to. I'm thinking about setting up a private group so that you can feel comfortable doing so. If you would like me to do that, then do please let me know. Otherwise, just on the Facebook page for Visualized NZ is great. So this is my read journal, the beginning of my gratitude journal. Oh, I meant to say, if you already have a gratitude journal, then fantastic, just keep at it. Or why not add a second one, and it can be your COVID-19 gratitude journal. You can always do with more gratitude, I think, in your life. So to have 2 gratitude journals going at the same time, why not? So that's all I've got for you today, or now anyway. I'd love to see what you do. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.